4, 6, and 11. News 5 at 6 is brought to you by Mr. Hero. Right now, get a 10-inch Roman burger for only $5.55. News 5 on your side starts now.
A final salute.
It's tough to hold back the tears.
For a Cleveland police officer killed in the line of duty.
A sea of blue lined the streets in his honor.
It's just amazing how the police all stick together. It's wonderful.
Today, a parade of police cruisers, motorcycles, and officers paying their last respects to a fallen brother in blue.
Here's a view of the procession from Air Tracker 5. You can see hundreds of people lining the streets in 3 cities, holding signs of love, thanks, and tribute, saying goodbye to Cleveland police officer David Fahey, who gave his life serving the community. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Tracy Carlos.
And I'm Mike Brookbank. The 39-year-old officer was killed Tuesday morning when he was hit by a driver on I-90.
The man accused of hitting him, Israel Alvarez, was arrested just hours later. He has been charged with aggravated vehicular homicide and felony hit skip. Today, officers from around the state and beyond paid their respects to Cleveland officer Fahey.
A funeral and procession for the fallen officer took place just hours ago, and our Meg Shaw was there as loved ones and strangers said their goodbyes.
Hundreds of men and women in blue stood at attention as one of their own was laid to rest. 39-year-old Cleveland police officer David Fahey died early Tuesday morning after he was hit by a driver on I-90 West. Family, friends, and fellow officers paid their respects to the Navy veteran at Our Lady of Angels Church in Cleveland. And while hundreds of mourners gathered inside, community members who didn't even know Officer Fahey personally braved the cold and lined the streets outside to honor the fallen officer.
Because I'm a mother of a police officer.
Karen Sefcik tells me her 25-year-old son is a member of law enforcement. And she says dozens of emotions washed over her when she learned about Fahey's death.
They're here to protect you, not hurt you.
This is one of the sobering moments in this neighborhood that you get to watch this and understand what happened, and it's heartbreaking, but it's also inspiring.
As dozens of police cruisers escorted the patrolman's body to the Brooklyn Heights Cemetery, these blue ribbons are staying behind to honor Cleveland policeman David Fahey. In Cleveland, Meg Shaw, News 5.
Our team coverage continues now. Following that procession, hundreds gathered at the Brooklyn Heights Cemetery for a final farewell.
News 5 photojournalist Bob Fenner sharing some of the sights and sounds from today.
One Barney 34, Officer Fahey, you are clear to report off duty. This is the last call for Patrol Officer David Fahey, badge number 2453. Thank you for your service. Godspeed, sir.
Weather-wise, across the area, it's been a tough day across northern Ohio as the Power 5 continues to track the scattered flurries. Right now, you can see snow on the ground for Lake County. We've already picked up about 2 to 3 inches just in the last 36 hours. You can continue to see these flurries flying into the primary snow belt for Lake northern Geauga County all the way into Ashtabula. They will be consistent throughout your evening, but things have sort of died down as we're tracking more moisture. Look at this, large and in charge well to the north. You can see most of that moisture going to cross over to Erie, PA, but I am watching this backside around 8, 9 o'clock. We'll track in another band that should be more widespread across northern Ohio. Now, temperatures across the area today struggled fully. You're currently seeing 29 degrees for greater Cleveland. The warm spot out towards Dover, New Philly to Tuscarawas County, 33 degrees. Good evening, Ashtabula. You're currently at 28. Now, today was the pick day of the weekend. We're going to continue to see falling temperatures here. Also, the Power of 5 tracking widespread snow. And I'll show you in your 7-day forecast when daytime highs, they return to the 20s.
Coming up on News 5 at 6, new fallout as President Trump immigration ban shocks the world. The latest on how airlines are turning away passengers and leaving them stranded.
Refugee response, what a local group is saying tonight about the president's power move to deny entry into the U.S. for all refugees.
Does it pay to be a couch potato? News 5 showing you the company promising to pay while you watch TV all day long, so you don't waste your money. You're watching News 5 at 6.
I'm Tim Misney. I know this about you. You work hard for your money. No one hands you anything. When you're a victim of a bad accident and can't provide for your family, that's when you need me. I'll be there for you, and I'll make them pay.
With a truly authentic taste, Marco's signature sauce recipe hasn't changed since 1978. Enjoy the tradition with any large specialty pizza for just $12.99 at marcos.com.
What does a steak lover eat when they're not eating steak? How about this? Or this? Or this? Okay, that last one was steak, but how could they not? You can't fake steak. Longhorn Steakhouse. Tonight's special Longhorn favorites. Get our outlaw ribeye, the Longhorn salmon, or the Parmesan crusted chicken. And for lunch, try our steakhouse burger or any steakhouse lunch combo only at Longhorn.
Everyone buys on the internet today. But what happens when your special purchase shows up and it's not what you expected? Too big, too small, color looks different. When internet companies take these goods back, that's when Kronheim's comes in. We buy internet returns at drastic reductions. We then sell them in Kronheim's new Bargain Boulevard. Every day for pennies on the dollar. Come to the grand opening of Kronheim's Bargain Boulevard going on now. With 3 stores under one roof. Kronheim's Furniture, Kronheim's Ready to Go, and now Kronheim's Bargain Boulevard.
New at 6, new fallout from President Trump's executive orders, one day after he signed an order restricting who can enter the United States. And right now, citizens are protesting outside of JFK Airport in New York, holding signs that read, "No ban, no wall."
Back here in Ohio, we just learned that a Syrian family set to resettle here in Cleveland within days has been turned away. News 5's Derek Waller is live in Cleveland with those details. Derek?
Well, I've learned a family of 6 that fled war-torn Syria in 2014 and was planning to make Cleveland their permanent home on Tuesday has now had those plans canceled, at least for now. That is in response to President Trump's executive order putting a temporary ban on refugees from 7 Middle Eastern countries, including Syria. Us Together, which is a firm that resettles refugees in Cleveland, tells me the family went through 2 years of Homeland Security vetting, background checks, and medical screening. The family, made up of a husband and wife and 4 children, have been living in a refugee camp in Turkey ever since May of 2014 and had plans to make the west side of Cleveland their new home. Now that's in flux. I just got reaction from Patrick Kearns with the Refugee Response. It's a group that provides job training for refugees here in Cleveland.
They are the ones that were being hunted, were being persecuted by the enemies that we are trying to protect ourselves against. These are not the enemies of our country. These are the people that have been the victims of the enemies of our country.
And so again, we've learned that at least one family that had plans to resettle here in Cleveland has now had those plans reversed, at least for now. That's the latest here from Cleveland. Derek Waller, News 5.
Okay, Derek, thank you. We are also learning that airlines are turning passengers away, and tonight some universities are warning foreign students from some nations not to travel out of the country because they're worried they might not be let back in.
Yeah, and as ABC's Aaron Katersky reports, people who are already on their way to the U.S. now face detainment and uncertain futures.
A day of high-profile phone calls from President Trump, but all of that overshadowed by this.
Refugees are welcome here.
A scene of outrage at JFK Airport in New York, where 2 men from Iraq were detained, stuck in legal limbo just hours after Trump signed that executive order banning all refugees for the next 4 months and suspending entry for people traveling from 7 predominantly Muslim countries.
These 2 individuals were granted visas to come to the United States.
Both men had the necessary paperwork. Both were already on the way when Trump's order came down.
Once you set foot in a U.S. airport, you have legal rights.
Around noon, one was released. Hamid Darwish had worked with U.S. troops in Iraq for more than a decade.
America is the greatest nation, the greatest people in the world.
We came here to support a number of people who were being, in our opinion, unlawfully detained.
ABC News also spoke to another Iraqi family stopped at the Cairo airport. The husband, wife, daughters, and son all barred from boarding their flight to the U.S.
I received this visa because I put my life in jeopardy working with American government. I don't know what to do.
The executive order specifically mentions the September 11th attacks to justify suspending visa entry from the selected countries. But the list does not include Saudi Arabia, where 15 of the 9/11 hijackers came from. While Trump has defended the order, saying it's about stopping terrorism, not about religion, he did tell CBN he'd be inclined to make an exception for Christian refugees from Muslim countries.
We are going to help them.
Back at the White House Saturday, Trump spoke with several world leaders by phone, including German Chancellor Angela Merkel and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Aaron Katersky, ABC News, New York.
And there are also reports tonight that a filmmaker from Iran who is nominated for an Oscar will not be allowed to enter the U.S. for the ceremony.
Still ahead on News 5 at 6, a family's frantic plea for help after their teen daughter goes missing. The place police say she was last seen on Thursday.
And who's ready for more snow and cold temperatures? Yeah, it's in your extended forecast. I'll give you exact timing coming up.
Monday, when the ones you trust most,
He will betray you.
are the ones to fear. No one is safe.
Millions of lives will be lost.
Quantico, all new Monday after The Bachelor on ABC.
So, what do you think? The Santa Fe Sport or that Tucson?
Well, both drive great. They've got a lot of cool features.
Plus, they both come with America's best warranty.
You all right, man? And unlike me, they have traction control with all-wheel drive.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai, and this is the reason to buy now. Lease the Tucson for $169 a month, or the Santa Fe Sport for $189 a month. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Right in the crumple zone.
Let your ideas grow. The Great Big Home and Garden Show. February 3rd through 12th at the IX Center. With hundreds of experts all under one roof, this is the place to find great deals, new ideas, and practical advice. Get trustworthy design advice from Courtney Wilson of HGTV's Masters of Flip. Appearance sponsored by Kichler Lighting. Plus, 2 or 3 idea homes. From kitchens and baths to landscaping and more, the Great Big Home and Garden Show. Buy tickets online and save at greatbighomeandgarden.com, courtesy of Dollar Bank.
$99. $99. Lease a new 2017 Nissan for just $99 a month at both Ganley Nissan locations. Take your choice. Lease the new 2017 Nissan Rogue or Altima. Just $99 a month. Over 500 new and used vehicles in stock and on sale with guaranteed credit approval to everyone at the home of the $99 lease. Ganley's Mayfield Nissan. Just off 271 on Mayfield Road. Or Ken Ganley Nissan. I-71 and Route 18, Medina.
Kill radon before it kills you. Go to radoneliminator.com.
New at 6, many people would like to earn some extra money working at home, right? We all would. So what would you think if that work-from-home job involved what you're doing right now, watching TV?
Consumer reporter John Matarese checks out the newest offer so you don't waste your money.
Like watching TV? Sure you do. Then you may want to know about companies that promise to pay you for watching TV. But is it a couch potato's dream or just a scam? No matter what you want to do these days, there's an app for that. Sometimes an app that can pay you money. Several will even pay you to watch TV. One is Perk TV, where you have to watch specific ads during shows, then earn points towards stuff you can buy. Another is Viggle, where you open the app, it listens in, and you earn reward points toward store gift cards. Both are legit. The only cost to you is your time and giving up your privacy when it comes to what you're watching. But from the Doesn't That Stink file, the reviews that say you're not going to make more than a few dollars from these apps. When your eyes get bleary, you may say, doesn't that stink? The website doesitreallywork.org says using these apps is like going to Chuck E. Cheese and finding that all your tickets will buy only some small little token, not any of the big prizes you really want. Bottom line, these sites are legitimate and may pay a few bucks, but I wouldn't quit your day job so you don't waste your money. I'm John Matteries, News 5.
Well, back here at home, if there was any doubt that Old Man Winter was hanging around, he made it known.
And can you believe this? I was just talking about the 60s last weekend, and we have fallen 30 degrees.
That's Northeast Ohio, though. I think none of us are surprised by this.
Yeah, for the last weekend of January, we are going to see the temperatures continue to fall here. And then February, our favorite month, our coldest month.
Is it?
Yeah, unfortunately. So, and we're on a downward trend here. You can see the snow on the ground for Lake County. They've picked up a good amount of accumulation in the last 36 hours, and that will continue to grow throughout tonight all the way into tomorrow. Even in my extended forecast, we have about 4 to 5 days where we are just tracking snow moving across the area. These are the temperatures currently across the area, lower 30s to upper 20s, but they feel like a completely different story. We're dealing with a west breeze, 15 to 20 miles per hour, so 17 degrees the feel like for greater Cleveland. To the west, Elyria, North Ridgeville, 14 degrees. Inland and sheltered locations, Wayne County, 15. Good evening, Ashtabula. You're currently in the upper teens as our temps continue to fall throughout your evening here. We are tracking just a few scattered flurries right now, but the bands, they are going to continue to move in here throughout your evening, all the way into overnight hours. Right now, they're really impacting Lake County to the northern edge of Cuyahoga County. You can see just a few flakes from northern Medina County to the Lorain area, but they are on the light side. It's this backside moisture I'm keeping my eye on as it crosses over to Lake Erie to Ashtabula. That's my major concern right now. You could pick up about an inch of accumulation here in the next 24 hours. So hour by hour, whatever you have planned tonight, I want you to have the extra layers on here. As you can see, by your evening overnight hours, we are in the lower 20s. So you can see these bands. This is around 8 to the 9 o'clock hour. I'm going to track one that's going to move south and east here all the way into midnight. We should dry out just a tad bit before more widespread snow really affects us for your Sunday evening. Accumulation totals, it will be an equal opportunity for everybody to see a little bit of snow, but it will be under an inch. So your 7-day forecast, it's repetitive here with the snowflakes intact. You can see by Wednesday afternoon a high of 34 degrees, and that's the hot day. By Thursday, upper 20s.
Team Darvish, we are live at Tribe Fest at Intercontinental Hotel, and look who's here joining me. Brandon Guyer, Indians outfielder, just signed a new 2-year contract, played a huge role in the Indians getting to the World Series. Brandon, thanks for taking time to join us. What's it been like being back here today with all the fans?
It's been great. You know, I knew going into the offseason it was going to be really fast, and it was faster than I could have even imagined. I mean, I feel like we were here just yesterday. So to see all the fans again and see their enthusiasm, it just gets us more motivated, more pumped to get the season started and hopefully bring the postseason and World Series back to them.
I want to take you back to the World Series, Game 7, 8th inning. You had that huge RBI double against Aroldis Chapman through 100 miles per hour. You lace it into right. Then Rajai Davis comes up and hits one of the biggest home runs in Indians history. What was that like being on base for that?
Unbelievable. I was rounding in second, or I was rounding, about to get to third, and I didn't think it was going to get out. I thought it was going to hit off the wall or be foul. So when I saw it go out, I was like, oh my God, we just got 3 runs off of Chapman. Like, it's meant to be. We're going to win this thing. So just to be a part of that and see like all the players come out on the field, like it was almost like a walk-off. Like when you hit a home run in college, everyone's out there greeting you. To have that experience was something I'll never forget. It was unbelievable, but we came up a little short, but just to be part of that cool home run in that game was sweet.
Something else impressive about you keep your body in really good shape, eat really healthy, and also you do some pretty cool training exercise. I want to show people you doing this balance board with the ropes. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so with that, I got the balance board from this company On It 3 years ago. It took me a good year to even get used to it, to stand on it. I had to hold the wall for a while, so just to stand on it was tough. I finally progressed to doing movements on it, doing with ropes. That was like my second time doing that. So it's really for balance from toes all the way up to your whole body, building all those small muscles, which I think are critical in being functional and being mobile in any sport or any walk of life. So it really interests me, and I keep progressing, and it's fun.
Off season, also doing some BP with your kids, Camden and Riley. What's it like having them by your side? How much they motivate you?
It's amazing. Every time they're at the game, I just look up in the crowd and see them there. Riley might be watching her iPad, but I know she's cheering me on. But no, her, my wife, just to have them by my side, just motivation to be able to provide for them and do everything I do is for them and obviously for the team, but just want to give them a good life. So it's a good motivation for sure.
Awesome. Brandon Geyer celebrating his 31st birthday today. Have a birthday, kid.
Thank you.
We're live at Tribe Fest. We'll be back right after this. News 5 at 6 continues after the break.
Heads up, we're going back to 77. Disco, bell-bottoms, and Ford F-Series starts its epic run as the best-selling trucks in America. Fast forward to 2017, F-Series is still king for 40 straight years. How? Rock-solid durability, up to the nanosecond technology, and jaw-dropping capability. No wonder the competition hasn't been #1 since these. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 40 straight years.
This weekend, Kronheim's continues its Bargain Boulevard grand opening. Remember, nobody can beat Kronheim's. 3 stores under one massive roof. Kronheim's Furniture. Kronheim's ready to go with 48-hour delivery. And now Kronheim's Bargain Boulevard, home of the internet returns. Listen carefully. A complete queen sleigh bedroom set includes bed, dresser, mirror, chest, and one nightstand. Not $16.99, not $12.99, but Kronheim's Bargain Boulevard price, $687 complete today through Monday at both Kronheim's locations.
Wow, that's a Chevy?
The most awarded lineup in the industry has people at a loss for words. Well, almost.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Wow. This is it.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Experience the wow factor. Take home an award-winning Chevy today.
Qualified lessees can get this Chevy Equinox for around $199 a month. Plus, find your tag and get an additional $500 lease cash on select Chevy vehicles. Log on to clickchevy.com.
If you have play dates at your house, be ready to clean up the mess.
The kids had fun, but it's pretty gross. What's that? It's a Swiffer wet jet. I can just grab this and just go right to the mess. That comes from my floor? That's disgusting.
I want friends over.
You want friends over?
Access Hollywood, now with Natalie Morales.
Weeknights at 7:30 on News 5.
Right now, a Cleveland family is pleading to the city to help find a missing 14-year-old from the city's east side.
The family of Aliana DeFries says that she's been missing since Thursday morning. She was last seen at a McDonald's on East 93rd and Kinsman. Family members say that her disappearance is unusual. It's not something that she would do. They also say she has several health issues that require daily medication she does not have.
Your family loves you. We miss you. We want to know that you are okay.
Anyone with information is asked to give officers at the 4th District a call. News 5 at 6 is back after this.
5,000 years of Chinese music and dance in one night. Incredible, groundbreaking, a cultural phenomenon. A must-see. Experience Shenyun. Coming to State Theater, February 4th and 5th. Tickets at shenyun.com.
You were so right about that sale at America's Best.
Designer frames?
2 pairs from Project Runway and Sofia Vergara. It's a great deal. 2 pairs and a free eye exam starting at $69.95.
You just pick them up?
Well, I did stop for coffee first.
Bet you stopped for coffee after, too, didn't you?
Ah! So cute!
Wow. You realize owls have sensitive hearing.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Ah! So cute!
The designer sales event, it's not just a better deal. It's America's Best. Hurry, designer sale ends Saturday.
You're probably wondering, with all the meat that Arby's has, do they have ocean meat? Well, wonder no longer. Arby's has more wild-caught Alaskan pollock fillets than you could ever imagine, especially if you're only imagining one fillet. Eat 2 crispy fish fillet sandwiches or flatbreads for $5. Arby's, we have the meats.
Why is Cash Explosion the show everybody wants to be on?
I just won $36,000.
It's a game changer.
It won a whole bunch of money. Get your tickets, Ohio. You have got to get on this show.
And it's a lot of fun.
A chilly evening tonight. Bundle up. 22 for an overnight low, 31 for tomorrow. So temperatures continue to fall here. And by the start of next week, we're in the upper 20s, but still tracking scattered snow. Tuesday is the warm day, even into Wednesday, 34, if you can say that. So,
Thanks, everybody, for watching News 5 at 6. We'll see you again tonight at 11.
Until then, take care. Have a great night.
Some things are big, others are huge. It's Empire Today's Buy One, Get One Free sale. Buy 1 room of flooring and get another room free. That's free carpet, hardwood, tile, or laminate, free padding and materials, and free installation. This is the sale you've been waiting for. Empire's huge Buy One, Get One Free sale. Schedule a free in-home estimate now.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. A table for 2? 2 for $20 at Boston Market. A choice of 2 mains, 2 sides each, 2 drinks, and 2 desserts. 2 for dinner, 2 for $20. Boston Market.
At AT&T, we believe in access, the opportunity for everyone to explore a digital world full of possibilities, connecting with family, friends, and the things that matter most. And because nothing keeps us more connected than the internet, we've created Access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, deposit, or installation fee. Visit att.com/access now to learn more.
Life is better with you.
Wherever your adventures take you, Toyota RAV4 just makes life better, safer, and a lot more fun. Now, during Toyota's Winter Savings Event, get 0.9 financing for 72 months or $1,000 customer cash on a new 2017 RAV4. Or lease one for just $199 a month. See why life is better in a RAV4. Now through January 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
I like the Greek yogurt on the left, and I like the Greek yogurt on the right. But with the one on the right, I can afford a vacation with my girl. Hey, Venus, catch! Throw it back! Sorry, never mind.
You'll like them both, but love our price. Aldi, simply smarter shopping.
Lease the 2017 RX 350 all-wheel drive for $449 a month for 36 months. See your Lexus dealer.
It only happens once a year. Nature Stone's inventory clearance sale. January only, $1.99 per square foot, or payments as low as $89 a month. Beautify your ugly garage or basement floor today. Go to naturestone.com and come home to Nature Stone.
Simple. If you choose here, you have a right to expect
that while you're here in our dental chair, you're going to be treated fairly. Your people are going to look you in the eye. They're going to be honest with you. They're going to talk about fees freely. They're going to be understanding. We're in the business of helping people.
Some lawyers claim to be superheroes and promise you lots of money.
If your injuries are serious, you don't need a cartoon character.
You need an attorney that's part of the community and someone you can trust. Call a team LVM.
Make my team your team.
Tonight, breaking news, President Trump's extreme vetting causes panic and chaos. That sweeping executive order slamming U.S. borders shut, temporarily barring refugees.